All right, it's Coach Nate coming at you. Rise and shine, rise and grind. Once again, today's topic is never lose the ability to relate and reflect. So when I talk about relating, reflecting, I think about soul searching and looking at myself, the ability to self-assess. Quit looking at everybody else and start looking at yourself. So I looked at myself. I said, man, where did it all begin? So I started at a grassroots level. That's where it just all took place. I remember when I first caught my first case, and my juvenile delinquent probation officer made me, well, I shouldn't say made me, but she strongly implied that I should go out and help assist with a voting campaign for a candidate in there, and local candidate. So I was going door to door, passing out, encouraging people to vote, get registered to vote. Your vote counts. I'm 13. I'm out here pushing it. And I'll never forget some older gentlemen. Before I started heading for their backyard, and they was back playing dominoes, cards, so I started going up to them with my stuff. Look here, young boy, get out my yard. I said, well, this is talking about the right to vote. Ain't nobody voting around here. Get out my yard. And I was like, wow. I mean, you ain't even going to take the ballot? I mean, you ain't even going to take the flyer? All right. So, I walked off, but it left I left feeling some type of way. Like, man, these cats ain't voting for real. But I kept it moving. It was on the grassroots level. And that just built me up to start doing more grassroots community work, organizing. But sometimes we forget, as we increase in knowledge, we get an education, we can start advancing further. And it's a separation, a gap between the grassroots, and then you moving more up the upper level. And then I started thinking, I said, man, why was I looking at it like the riots, burning, taking buildings down? It was a time where that was my whole thought process, in a sense, because it was like, look, no justice, no peace, prosecute the police, just the anger, the rage of all of it. And I feel it, but it's like I began to wrestle with that thing, and God has really been blessing me to see and have the opportunity to take the time out and see how blessed I am. Not that I should forget my brothers and sisters that are still in the fight, and I'm still in the fight. Whatever your status is, you have not arrived. When you look at the skin tone, all this melanin. You see all that melanin up in there, right? So that's all they see, but it's a uniting factor. So never forget the ability to reflect and see what's going on and to relate. So with the start of how everything started out. So now I'm moving on. I became that college kid with a street degree. If I didn't get knowledge, then where would I be? On the campus of Eastern Michigan University. And I was just like, man. So now I have to still relate. I'm still got to go see grandmoms, moms, all my cousins and my family. And it's like on the collegiate level, they talk a certain way in academia, but it's not the same way that the majority of the people speak. So on campus, I had to be very cordial and speak to the knowledge and the information that was provided for me during those times and sessions, and be very articulate in what I was presenting to my professors and my classmates. But when I got to the hood, all that academia, sometimes too much education to throw you off. You can get your ghetto pass revoked. So I had to tone it way down to a point to where I could communicate with my people. Not that I didn't have the knowledge, not that I didn't have the information, but I had to tone it way down to where I could really see, I had to throw in some arms and den and dust and oh man, for real, as opposed to pulling the academia and throwing it. Now I'm talking to people and they're like, what did he just say? I don't have a dictionary. You got one? Exactly. So learning how to be able to communicate at whatever stage of life you're in. I had to relate to my people, but I have to reflect now because we're in a situation where we all have the ability to know and to grow. But I'm going to say it like this. Never forget the ability for you to relate and to reflect on how your life is really going and showing. Every time I get skills, I got to pay bills. So I got to be real till the situation is must. And every time that I'm on the microphone, I trust that God will bless me to do what I do and make my dreams come true. And I'm making moves for you. But the grassroots level, that's where it all goes down. So I'm going to listen and revolution, hear that sound because it's going down. As you all should know, that's the reason why you understand and focus so you can listen and competition won't ever pretend, but don't shake in no hands with all the fake friends. Relate. Reflect. Got to do that. So until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep me posted because I'm super excited about your future. Peace.